Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Gareth Spencer and I'm thrilled to be here today. We're here to discuss the transformation concept, industrialised construction and how the principles of manufacturing are being applied to our built environment. Before we get started in this presentation, I just want to share our safe harbour statement, as anything that I may say or anything that contains in this presentation may result in some assumptions or things may change in the future. So during this session, I'd like to give you some background to start off with why informed design is very important to Autodesk as a topic and our customers, and how productization aims to deliver more certainty to the design and make process, and an overview of our new released Autodesk Informed Design product offering. So we believe that the future of AEC is industrialized. In a rapid evolving world, traditional construction methods are being rethought, and we strive for efficiency, sustainability and innovation. We're turning to lessons learned from the manufacturing sector. Industrialized construction offers us a lens through which we can view, reshape the world of construction and potentially revolutionize how we design, build and operate our buildings and infrastructure. We need to face some hard truths about the current state of our industry. Unfortunately, we're on a course that needs urgent correction. Let's consider the demand for buildings. With our global population skyrocketing, we're facing unprecedented demand on new housing and infrastructure. It's estimated by 2030 we'll need to provide accurate housing for an additional 3 billion people. The challenge doesn't simply stop by building more. We must make housing more affordable. We need to address the elephant in the room as well, in sustainability. Our current construction processes are outdated and produce high levels of waste. The whole industry acknowledges that sustainability is a high priority, but we've been slow to adopt the technology advances and practices that can significantly reduce waste and improve sustainability. We are also grappling with workforce challenges, and with an ageing workforce, we're looking at significant skills shortages and the loss of important expertise in specific fields. We must also address the safety concerns in our industry, as construction-related accidents are still too common. With the current way we build, it's neither scalable or sustainable, and the escalating demand for buildings, coupled with the urgent need for more sustainability practices, requires us to rethink our construction methods. Simply put, traditional construction practices cannot keep pace with our industry needs. They are labour-intensive, time-consuming and fraught with inefficiencies. So we need to face those hard truths about the current state of our industry, and unfortunately we're on course that needs to be urgently corrected. Major challenges are driving the shift towards industrialised construction. We here at Autodesk believe the future of construction is a future that is industrialised. The concept of industrialised construction allows us to manufacture buildings much like we manufacture cars or electronics. The repeatability inherited in the manufacturing process allows us to scale construction processes. This not only helps us meet the growing global demand for buildings, but also optimises the processes and reduce waste. Industrialised construction can also address several workforce challenges. Secondly, we can produce components and systems by defining products with guidelines allowable variations and concepts known as Design for Manufacturing and Assembly, DFMA. We enable design reuse and the adoption of technical advances. And lastly, designing with products can reduce the overall project risk. We can use customizable building products and systems to cater to diverse needs. This approach facilitates a data-driven design using accurate data computed from components, ensuring we make informed decisions every step of the way. This chart encapsulates the virtual concept about cost and certainty dynamics in building design. If we take a look at the purple curve on screen, it shows us the ability to influence building design costs is highest during the early phases of a program, conceptual and design. The decisions we make at these phases have a significant downstream impact that can dictate the success or failure of a project. Now, if we take a look at the red curve, this represents the challenges with traditional design and building methods. The certainty during design phases is low because the project starts with a blank slate. Designers typically use placeholder content, which is much of the engineering detailing happens later on. When a project is already committed and the changes can be costly and even unfeasible. However, this does not have to be the way. If we take a look at the green curve, we can see the potential of industrialized construction. By starting projects with known suppliers and manufacturable components and the building elements, we can dramatically increase the certainty during the design phase. This productization allows architects to make validated choices during the design phase. As a downstream effect, it eliminates the manual and time-consuming processes for engineering, analysis and detailing. So let's dig into the concept of productization a little bit more. One of the significant challenges architects or designers face in building design. Imagine being an architect, crafting a beautiful, functional design for a building. One of the foremost concerns during this process is ensuring that the design choice made is manufacturable. It's crucial to know as early as possible whether particular design elements can be practically built or not. However, the current solutions in the industry often fail to provide this crucial feedback in a timely manner. This delay and uncertainty can lead to costly redesigns and project delays, impacting the overall efficiency and success of construction projects. This shift in perspective enables us to look at construction from a productization standpoint, which occurs outside the normal plan, design, build and operate process. This approach allows for a definition, design and reuse of products and assemblies within their constraints across various projects. This not only streamlines our work, but also enhances efficiency. Productization sees the emergence of product engineer persona in the AEC space, the person responsible for the definition of products, assemblies and building systems. And through productization, we see the ecosystem exposed to a broader range of Autodesk technologies to enable the AEC and manufacturing converse workflows. Let me introduce you to Autodesk Informed Design. We can begin the design process with components provided by suppliers. These are not generic placeholders, but real customizable components that are part of a product family, designed and optimized in tools like Autodesk Inventor. Instead of starting from scratch, architects or design professionals can integrate these predefined systems of components directly into their Revit design models. This approach fundamentally changes design processes. Let me tell you a little bit more about our connected workflow. We are publishing with rules, customizing based on those rules and generating documents at scale. So the product engineer can input the specific rules, set all those properties required for the designer, but then also look at the level of detail for the model itself. The designer can customize and configure within the limits required, using the right level of detail, and also use the information provided within the component in their model. And then finally, the product engineer can generate all the products at scale as required, such as bill of materials, drawings, and neutral 3D formats where required. And this information then can be published back into the ACC docs environment for all people to access. So before we get started, I just want to help you better understand the personas we are using during this demonstration. So we have a product engineer who creates the product definition for a manufacturing purpose. Next, we have the designer, who is the persona who utilizes the product definition in their design models. And finally, we have the production engineer who discovers the design model to generate the required output for manufacturing or fabrication. So let's jump in to the product and have a look. So now let's turn our attention to the role of the product engineer and the powerful tool they have at their disposal inside Inventor. With Informed Design for Inventor approach, manufacturers can utilize CAD tools to infuse their product models with detailed product specifications, rules, and constraints. It is a transformation step in involving our designs to be more informed and accurate for a practical, real-world application. Consider a product engineer working inside Inventor. They can create a parametric model that is adaptable and flexible. They can define the building information modeling content that encapsulates the product's physical and functional characteristics. They can author product rules that govern how the product behaves. They can also publish a comprehensive product definition. But this capability extends far beyond creating a digital representation of a product. We're not just representing the product digitally, we're defining its behavior, its flexibility for customization, and limitations or constraints. This provides a detailed understanding of the product that goes beyond its physical appearance. This rich, detailed information is invaluable for designers. When the product engineer shares this information with the designers, they provide crucial insights about the products that are being incorporated into the designs. It's about mutual understanding and collaboration between design and manufacturing stages. This shared knowledge helps bridge the gap between design and manufacturing and encapsulates the architect's vision to achieve and align with manufacturing capabilities. Now let's look how designers can leverage the power of informed design for Revit to enhance their design process. Once the product engineer has created and published their product definitions using Inventor, these models become accessible to designers and become a valuable resource. Using Informed Design for Revit, designers can explore these product models and interact with them, customize them, and seamlessly integrate them directly into their building design. This starts with the discovery. Designers can search through the product models available, finding the right products that fit their design requirements. Next comes customization. Designers can tweak these product models as needed, ensuring they align perfectly with their design vision. And finally, designers can insert the instances of the customized product directly into their building designs. It's a seamlessly efficient process that brings design and manufacturing closer than ever before. This approach offers a significant advantage, as designers no longer insert an abstract or working with hypotheticals. Instead, they're using known manufactured building components, transforming their designs from hypothetical concept to practical building designs. And using Autodesk docs, designers can share these product models with the entire project design team and, importantly, back to the product manufacturer. This shared access fosters collaboration and keeping all stakeholders informed, aligned, and working towards a common goal. Now let's look at the production engineer and how they can harness the power of Autodesk technology to automatically generate manufacturing documentation from design models. The Informed Design web application integrates seamlessly with Autodesk docs. This integration allows us to access, manage, and share files with ease. This process, traditionally handled by the manufacturer, is now simplified and streamlined. This means that they can effortlessly output files such as bill of materials, drawings, and 3D models in various formats. The beauty of this is there's now no need to revert back into the inventor models for use in production and manufacturing process. The product engineer can select the required products to generate the specific outputs, which can be saved directly back into the Autodesk Docs project, ready to be viewed, downloaded, or shared with other parties involved in the project. The benefits of this approach are twofold. Firstly, it minimises the potential for errors by eliminating the need for redundant steps. And secondly, and significantly, it boosts the productivity by significantly facilitating a smooth, more efficient transition from design to production, allowing all stakeholders to design and make with certainty. Imagine a future where construction is not just about building, but about manufacturing. That's the future we envision at Autodesk. We are thrilled about the potential of industrialized construction. Let's start with where we are today. With Autodesk Informed Design, we're pioneering the concept of productization. As you've seen in our product demonstration, this approach demonstrates the way we plan, design and build. Moving forward, we're developing ways to help the industry design with guardrails. This means mapping the building products to elements of the building design to scale. It's about ensuring accuracy and certainty while giving designers the freedom to create. Looking ahead, we see these developments as a stepping stone towards a future of generative AI-based design. We believe that this technology will be the foundation of construction in the future and enabling a level of precision, efficiency and certainty that we've never seen before. Having just witnessed the power of our solution in the demonstration, let's delve deeper into what makes up our offering. Our solution isn't just a single tool, it's a trio of components designed to revolutionize your work processes. First up, we have an Inventor add-in which empowers you to author and publish building product templates with ease. Secondly, we have an add-in for Revit, which allows architects or design professionals to customize and place building products into your projects, transforming the way you design. And lastly, we have the web application that automatically creates the project outputs. This is where the magic really happens. And that's not all. Each of these components seamlessly integrates with Autodesk Docs, satisfying your storage needs. A single entitlement unlocks all three components for both Inventor and the Product Design collection, as well as Revit and the AEC collection. When it comes to cost, we've structured our pricing reflectively, and to start off with, the initial offering period, there's no charge to use the service. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
So thank you very much, Gareth. Now, I do actually have Gareth with me, so I'm going to add Gareth to the stream. Hopefully everyone can hear us both. So Gareth, you can just say hello. Hopefully everyone
Hello.
can hear you.
Hi, everybody.
Excellent. So if anyone does have any questions, and thank you, Claire, for confirming, and Florian, while we have Gareth here, who is one of the people driving this new Autodesk Informed Design, if anyone does have any questions on what you've seen, obviously Gareth is here to hopefully try and answer those for you. And Gareth, what I'll do, I'll keep an eye on the chat. I don't know if you want to add anything to your presentation, just while we're waiting for the questions to come through.
Well, first of all, I appreciate everyone joining us today to listen in and learn more. Hopefully some of the people on the call have already tested and tried out our new solution. We have put together a lot of information for everyone to learn more. So we have a community page on the Autodesk community site, and also we have a help file. Just like all the other products online, people can go in and learn more. But we're here to obviously engage with you and help you understand why we're doing this and what we've done it for and what it's available to you to utilize for. So don't be shy. Please ask questions. I don't mind answering them right now. If not, then obviously we can always catch up later on.
Thank you, Gareth. I have just, let me just put a link to the Informed Design forum so people are aware of it. I've just put that link in the chat for everyone. And as Claire has just said in the chat as well, if you don't have any questions now or you don't want to ask them in a public forum, by all means email us on marketing.uk@greytech.com and then we'll reach out to Gareth, and between Greytech and Autodesk we'll come back to you with the answers to your questions.
I mean, one thing I'd like to say as well is obviously, yes, we've released this as a solution. This is the first step in the Informed Design tools that we're releasing today. So, what we can't necessarily do today, don't think we won't be able to do it tomorrow. So that's something we are listening to what our customers are asking and providing us, and we've got a very long roadmap to keep enhancing the tools going forward. And our great partners like Greytech are obviously supporting us here. So, please feel free to reach out to them as well if they are able to help you. If not, they will certainly get us involved and help you guys get, starting on the road. Excellent. I think everyone's been a bit shy here.
Yeah, it's lunchtime.
But I guess one of the things, from our point of view is, we want people just to start using it. And as I mentioned throughout the session, it is a no-cost solution right now. So as long as you've got access to either Inventor or Revit, you can download the add-in. It takes a few seconds to download and install. And once you've got going, you can start creating your content and publishing your product definitions quite easily.
I'll ask a question to everyone who's still on this call. If you wouldn't mind putting in the chat, who was aware of Autodesk Informed Design, and is anyone already using it? And we have had a question in. Gareth, can you see the question, or do you need me to read it?
I'm just having a look. Okay, so thanks very much. First, during the design of the project. Secondly, during the production building. I'm not 100% sure on sort of the question. So, if I'm reading this correctly, so how Informed Design is sort of looking at, we're trying to connect the manufacturers together with the design teams. So initially, what we're looking at here is the product designer, use that persona. It could be, anyone who's creating that information, i.e., you saw in the demonstration, there was a staircase. It could be anything, from internal furniture, facades, equipment that's going into the building, many different things depending on the building or the structure itself. And I'm using building terms. It might not be a building. They're creating that manufactured component. And typically in the past, you'd find that you'd have to recreate the content in Revit to utilize it. And if there's a changes, you can't really necessarily update it straight away. So what we're doing is allowing us to create what we call product definitions. So that's taking the Inventor file, publishing it into the cloud. We're using ACC as a connect. So that's using our permission base to access the information, which then will be able to be placed into the Revit environment. From that, what actually the production of the information that's placed into the Revit model should be as designed, because it's designed within those constraints that the manufacturer can make as a product. It's not, we're not aiming it as bespoke, but that could be done utilizing the tools. It's more of what the manufacturer can produce. Then what the information is extracted out of that document, or that model, I should say, is the information that can be then manufactured. So your bill of materials, your shop drawings, any models and data that you would be actually utilized, so you can actually get that information out. So they might be a third party who are actually manufacturing for them. So they'll be able to extract that information, and it's saved in the Autodesk Docs environment so people can actually access it from anywhere they are in the world. If that sort of answers your question. I can see there's another question there. Okay. Okay, so Kevin, you're unaware of that. So if you click on the link that Rob shared earlier, you'll see that goes to the forums. There's a lot of information up there. If you type into Google, if you type Autodesk Informed Design, that should come up with our product pages, and you'll be able to find more information from there. We have a lot of content now that's going live. We're sharing a lot with our partners. Greatech are one that's been heavily involved in utilizing it. Although I'm here in the UK, this is a global solution, so anyone in the world can access it. If you want to, utilize it, feel free to have a look at it. What I would do, if you're having any issues, please reach out to your partner, who you're working with, your account manager. They should be able to help you and point you in the right direction. The modular industry, this is something that we hope you guys will start to utilize more and more. And we're not just aiming it as a product manufacturer. I was actually at an event yesterday here in the UK for modular construction, and we found lots of companies that found this really informative and something they're interested in certainly trialing. And we've had a beta program last year, which some of our customers were involved in, to help design the solution further and put the right functionality and tools into that to give you the options that you need. But yeah, if you have any issues, Kevin, please feel free to reach out to the team. We'll certainly help you, ourselves and Greatech.
Yeah, Kevin, we have a presence in Canada as Greatech. So as Gareth said, I would start with your local office, and if it needs to be widened to the global Greatech team, then obviously it can be widened from there. So I'm sure between Greatech and Autodesk we can assist you in this new technology. I have a question while we're waiting for some more to come in. Oh, excellent! I've just seen Kevin say that he's a customer of Greatech in Quebec. That's excellent. So yeah, Kevin, I would reach out to those guys in there, and if it needs to be broadened out, we are one Greatech. So if it needs to be broadened out worldwide, then we can certainly assist. My question, Gareth, we've obviously talked that it can be used for Inventor users and then Revit users with the Construction Cloud in the middle. Mm-hmm. Do the Inventor users need to be added to a project to push the designs up, and do the Revit users need to be added to the project to pull them down? Okay, so
yes and no is the answer, to sort of give you a simple answer. But first of all, the Inventor user have either their own Autodesk Docs environment, so they can publish themselves, or they can be added to a Revit user's project. So one of the things right now is we can publish the files straight to a Docs project. We are in development to look at how we can do it to multiple projects rather than just one. Bridge it between several projects, because realistically, if they have the host environment, which could be their own internally, which got all the product definitions saved to them, they could be one or it could be hundreds. They would have to utilize that project to allow several Revit users to access it from that point. So, going forward, we hope to be able to offer it so you can publish it to multiple projects rather than just one. Now, I can publish it to multiple projects, but I have to do that individually. So that's something now we're looking at. We can bridge that across to make it easy for the customers to utilize it. So, whichever way you use it, whether it's internal for the product manufacturer to set up and use their own site, or whether they're added to a project specifically where they're being shared to, it can be done either way, and they can just basically add to the project, set the permission levels so people have the access to the areas you need them to, and then they can download or upload the files as appropriate.
Excellent, thanks for that, Gareth. If there are any manufacturers or or Revit users, anyone on here who wants to look at this technology, but obviously you need some assistance with the doc side of things and how to set up and how to work with what Gareth just described about creating projects, having a hub, permission settings, please reach out to us at GreyTech and we can help you get that docs environment set up if that's another new bit of technology that you're not currently using, and that's obviously what this platform is based on. So yeah, if you need any help with that, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
I think one thing just to highlight as well, in our community, on the Autodesk community website, we've set up lots of different things, but also we understand this is new technology for people to start to use. Yes, they might be experienced Inventor users. Yes, they might be experienced Revit users, or even experienced in the construction cloud. So we're offering, there's about a 40-minute video I've created for an onboarding session for people to get insight. That will change obviously throughout time when we add new functionality. You can watch at any time, but also you can book on a 90-minute session, which we've got them running weekly, on a Tuesday and a Thursday. There's a link to that on there as well. You can just book on, and that's open to anybody and everybody. So bearing in mind, if you do join one of those sessions, it'll typically be with me. Going forward, there will be other people in the team once we get more people to start to utilize it. But what that will give you is the ability to be in an open session with up to 20 people who can literally sit on there, listen, learn more, and ask questions. It's not a closed environment, so you will be in a public domain. So if there's things you do not want to share, you need to make sure before you join the session, you're not sharing personal or information about your business that you don't want to be in the public domain. So, we want to help you guys get started and get going. Now, I can imagine, obviously, once you start working with GreyTech and they're helping you as well, they'll be delivering other sessions as well. So please feel free to join those sessions. You have to listen to me for 90 minutes, unfortunately, but hopefully you get some use out of those.
Excellent. Thank you, Gareth. So, but both of us are just reading that last question. I suppose I'll kick it off with an extra question. Could you further define earth construction elements as well? So what sort of industry are you working in? What is your day-to-day? What tools are you missing out on at the moment? And then I'm sure between me and Gareth, we might be able to tell you if there's anything that can assist.
Sure. Well, I'll just add to what we're doing right now. So as you can imagine, the connection right now is Inventor to Revit. That's not the end. We're not just stopping there. We are looking at other solutions in the Autodesk portfolio, such as Fusion and Forma, to just say a few. We also are going to go API first. So in due course, we will release the API side of that, because we know that we're not going to be able to connect everything together ourselves, but we want the ability for you guys to be able to create the connections you may need to, whether it's all the Autodesk solutions or whether it's outside the Autodesk solutions. We've had customers who are asking about maybe configurators, from a product manufacturing point of view that they can utilize. Or in some cases, it might even be you're creating content and it wants to be a downloadable element from a website that users can access, things like that. That's where the API comes in. So we are going API first. and that will be coming out in the future so people can access it. Again, I'll reiterate, this is the first step on the ladder. We aren't going to have all the tools that people really need right now. We've got an extensive roadmap which is growing all the time, and we still want the feedback from you guys. So if you ever go into the forums on the community, we've got an ideas station just like we do for all the other products. So please put ideas forward if the solution's not got everything you need right now, because that helps us understand what you want to have as a customer.
Thanks, Gareth. What we'll do, we'll let the session run for a couple more minutes. So if anyone does have any final questions, please type them in the chat now. But like we've said, please reach out to us. Please use the Autodesk Informed Design forum. That will put you obviously direct with Autodesk. Speak to Greytech. For those of you that might have missed this session or want to rewatch it, all of the sessions for the Innovate to Build are available to watch on demand. So once the live stream is finished and we end this session, it'll take a little bit of time to process, but you'll be able to watch it on demand. And we can actually watch on demand until the end of this year. That's what I've been told. If that does change, we as Greytech will let everyone who's registered know where you can then catch up on those recordings. So we have had one more question come in from Kevin as well. Gareth.
But there's nothing to say. So Kevin's asking about linking the Inventor through to Revit or our ERP system. Yeah, I potentially see what the API will give the ability to do that and transfer the information across. What I will say, didn't show you this in the demonstration because it's not live yet. So those who are Inventor users who use the bin content tools, we are currently redeveloping them from the ground up, and they will be there to help enhance informed design and transfer data from Inventor to Revit as a solution going forward. And again, that's on our roadmap. That will be out in due course. I can't give you dates and times yet because I don't know how long that's going to be. But again, that's on our roadmap, and hopefully that will be out in due course for you guys to utilize, and it only enhance the tools even further.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much, Gareth. So I haven't seen anything else come in. So I would just like to say on behalf of Greytech, Gareth, thank you very much for joining us and showing everyone this new technology. Hopefully everyone has found this session really useful. And like we said a few times now, if you do have any questions or anything, please reach out to Autodesk or Greytech and we can assist you together. So thank you very much for everyone. Thank you, Gareth. And hopefully we'll see you all on more Innovate to Build sessions.